I've seen Diddy have to hire extra security, almost the military, to stop people from wanting to scale the wall to get in his house, because on the other side of that wall is Beyonce, Jay-Z, and every big star you want to know.
So it looks like Jason Lee might have just endangered his own life after he revealed the names of the celebrities he personally saw freaking off with that Johnson & Johnson in the underground chambers of Diddy's house. Before I mention these names, I'm gonna need y'all to buckle up, cause some of y'all faves are in this list too, and they probably gonna be called in by the feds for questioning any day now. He name-dropped Beyonce, Jay-Z, Teyana Taylor, Jordan Woods, Travis Scott. Child, the list goes on.
I had a friend who told me years ago, he goes, one time I was chilling and I got a call that Puff wanted me to come over. I pulled up and he wanted me to like play with Cassie's seeing this, that, this. And he would sit there and film it and he was playing with himself. And in my mind, you know what I said? You're a clout chasing, lying, manipulative. Oh my God, I can't trust. I literally stopped hanging out with him. But at the time when he said it, I really thought he was just crazy being a clout chaser.
That's his thing, though.
And then full circle, I had to call him. I went back to New York for something. I pulled up on him and I said, I'm sorry. I don't work for Diddy. I took my show off the network before all this happened. I'm not loyal to Diddy. We're not friends by any measure, but I respect him and what he's done. If he's done something guilty and he's found guilty in court, then he should be held accountable like everybody else. But this new world of let me put everything I want to say but can't say online without getting a defamation suit and a lawsuit.
Jason was very close to Diddy before all of this mess came out, and he was even working with Diddy on Revolt TV. So he's been around Diddy's house a lot and got to see these freak-off parties happen in real time. Word on the street is he also got diddled a couple of times, and that's the reason he's spilling all this tea, because he's trying to take the attention off of himself and convince people he's one of the good guys. Either way, he's spilling the tea, and baby, we gon' sip on it and get into all the messy details. Okay, so Jason stepped into the chat to reveal all of this after people started accusing him of getting his cheeks clapped by Diddy. For those of y'all who don't know, he and Diddy had a business relationship because he had a show for Revolt TV, so he got to deal with Diddy several times, and that included going to Diddy's house from time to time. And prior to Jason's recent IG Live where he spilled the tea about all the celebrities that he saw at those freak-offs, he had also slammed Diddy for the SA allegations and was one of the first people to break the news about Diddy when Cassie filed her lawsuit. In fact, Jason was the one who revealed that Diddy settled Cassie's lawsuit by giving her $30 million. At the time of the settlement, nobody knew the exact amount of money that Diddy gave Cassie, but Jason knew. A few people in Diddy's circle that spilled the tea to him.
But just a day later, after this broke, it all went away because it was settled. Now I'm hearing from the streets that it was between 20 and $25 million.
Mm-hmm. I heard that too.
$25 million in one day. That ain't happening if ain't nothing happening. You know he's not getting the Ciroc money anymore because they sued him and he got into a big fight with Ciroc. So that $50 million a year hasn't been coming in, at least for the last year. And then he lost AT&T Dreamin' Black because they woke up and said they don't want to dream in black with him no more. And then the true tea is Revolt did not renew our show or couldn't renew our show because they didn't have the money to do it. Oh. But we still support Revolt because it is a black-owned business. And we want it to continue to thrive. Even though Diddy stepped down recently as the chair. But it's still moving forward with Datavio and Dion, the CEO of Bad Boy or Combs Enterprises. Well, here's a photo of Cassie and Diddy's statements following the resolution of whatever caused them to get here that's in the paperwork a day later. Take a look. Statement from Cassie. I've decided to resolve this matter amicably on terms that I have some level of control. I want to thank my family, fans, and lawyers for their unwavering support. Diddy said, we've decided to resolve this matter amicably. I wish Cassie and her family all the best. Love. And then a statement from Douglas, the counsel for Miss Ventura, says, I'm very proud of Miss Ventura for having the strength to go public with her lawsuit. She ought to be commended for doing so. He paid her off.
But he wasn't done with Diddy just yet, because he later appeared on an interview with Cam Newton a few months ago, and he went in on Diddy. He clarified that he and Diddy were not friends, and that their friendship was strictly business, despite him reportedly attending a few of them parties.
I don't have a friendship with Diddy. He's not my friend. We don't hang out. We've texted a few times. I was on his network. I've been to many of his house parties.
Later on in the interview, Cam asked him about some of the celebrities that he saw at those parties, and he said said he saw Beyonce and Jay-Z there a couple times. According to Jason, these parties used to get so wild that in order to stop any paparazzi from sneaking in and catching all these high-profile celebrities in an uncomfortable situation, he would hire military-level security to make sure nobody snuck in to take pictures.
Diddy have to hire extra security, almost the military, to stop people from wanting to scale the wall to get in his house, because on the other side of that wall is Beyonce, Jay-Z, and every big star you want to know. He was there too, but I don't know if he was busting open. I'm just saying. Because they said that too about the good Bishop.
Jason also talked about how Diddy used his power to scare people into silence, as well as claiming that the allegations against Diddy made it very difficult for the people who work around him to feel comfortable with him. He even recalled the time where he was over at Diddy's house to talk business, and the conversation ended with Diddy threatening him.
There's always been these stories about Diddy being evil. I've heard he was the devil. I heard he was evil. He even once threatened me, but I don't know if it was the De Leon or Ciroc or if the just felt itself, but I was taking a picture in his house and he walked over and he said, "Don't you ever fucking try me. I'm letting you know right now I'm a different type." I said, "Do you want to get in the picture or not? Because I'm drunk, you drunk, and I ain't about to do this with you." Yeah, he got in the picture, took the picture, he said, "I f with you, man. If you don't get your crazy Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde out of here." But you know, that was the little experience I had with him.
But Jason didn't end it there. Despite all the disturbing things that he had to say about Diddy, he actually had quite the opposite to say about his sons, Justin and Christian. He said he knows Diddy's sons personally, and they would never do the things that they're accused of doing.
I don't know Christian as much as I know Justin. I've known Quincy probably 15 years. Those are really good kids. And I'm gonna call them kids even though they're grown, but they're really good people. To see them in handcuffs like that, I ain't gonna lie. And I don't know what's going on both sides, and I'm not a Diddy defender. Let me be very clear. If he did it, he should go to prison. You know, everybody that I've talked to says something about Diddy. He's evil, he's this, he's that.
But how can you say that?
I don't know that to be those kids. If they find evidence that they did that, it would literally shock me, because I know them and I don't know them to be those people. And I've never seen a kid at Diddy's house other than his own children. So I don't know Diddy to have a bunch of kids running around his house.
Fast forward to a few days ago, after Diddy was arrested, there was some rumors going around that Jason ain't actually as innocent as he's trying to portray himself to be, and that he was also an active participant at them freak-off parties. With these allegations going viral, Jason jumped on IG Live to address them, and that's when he gave us even more details about the people he saw there. In his previous interview with Cam Newton, he mentioned Beyonce and Jay-Z, but now he revealed even more names. And some of the names personally surprised me. This man called out Teyana Taylor, Jordan Woods, Travis Scott, Usher, DaBaby, Justin Bieber, Tyrese, Amber Rose, Mary J. Blige. I mean, the list just keeps going. However, he still maintained his innocence and said that he and Diddy's relationship was strictly business and nothing else.
You know, a lot of these celebrities, every single celebrity in the culture has been to Diddy's house, which means they've gone through all his phones, text messages. I can read you my text message to Diddy. What day is it airing on the show, on the network? Are you coming on the show? Diddy, what's this? It's all been business for me. It's been business for me. I don't have nothing inappropriate to them people because I don't deal with them like that. So you mean to tell me all those late nights, what you doing, where you at? I've seen Jay-Z at his house. I've seen T.X. at his house. I've seen Chris Brown at his house. I've seen Jordan Woods at his house. I've seen Travis Scott at his house. I've seen Beyonce at his house. I've seen Teyana Taylor. I've seen them all. Now, we was all in the backyard, but I've seen them all. I've seen Usher there. I've seen DaBaby there. I've seen Justin Bieber there. I've seen... Everybody's been to a Diddy party. I've seen Lindsay Lohan, Ashton Kutcher, Demi Moore, Tyrese, Amber Rose. I've seen them all have been there. Mary J. Blige. I've seen them all.
And Jason didn't tell a single lie, because all these people have been linked to Diddy, and there is evidence of them going to these parties. For starters, the baby revealed in his interview with Shannon Sharp that he was at a private meeting with Beyonce and Jay at Diddy's house, and he recalled the time that Diddy got touchy with him and told everybody how fond he is of him.
I was at a party at Diddy crib in LA. This was the beginning of 2020. You know what I mean? Diddy had put everybody else out the crib, like the influx of people he had put him out. But he had took a liking to me in particular around the time, man. It was really, you know what I mean, like putting his arm around me.
Right.
So he had put majority of the people out, but he allowed me to stay in there. Me and maybe about 15 others.
Right.
Jay-Z and Beyonce being, two of the other 15 people in the room. So that'll just put it into perspective of the type of company I was in at the moment, And she came over and introduced herself to me like as if she had to.
Right.
Beyonce, cut it out. But I'm a big fan of your work, you know what I'm saying? Whoop de whoop, and that was just dope. That was dope as hell to me, man. That was dope.
And earlier this year, Jason actually had the guts to threaten Beyonce on camera, claiming that he had something on her that could destroy her career. But he won't talk about it if she's able to get Kelly Rowland to appear on his show. At the time, people did not know what he was talking about, but now they're convinced that it was about him seeing her at a freak-off party.
And I've done a lot, and I'm not even going to say it here because if I did, this internet, Beyonce's good internet, would go crazy. I'm going to tell them while Johnny puts a beep over this part of the show, so you'll never know what it is, but I want you to see their reactions, and I'm going to do it right now.
No,
I still have the receipts. No. Yvette, no, I got the receipts. I got them. Now, if I get that message to Beyonce,
yes,
I can get it to I'm connected. I could get the message to Beyonce.
She needs to know.
And I think people like her publicist, who I love, and I'm just being critical. That's just what I do. You know that, Yvette. We're trying to book Kelly Rowland right now. Now, if I don't get Kelly Rowland because I say this about, then it's gonna be a problem. Then I'm putting out receipts. The receipts I just told you about, then I'll put those out.
The fires that will come of that.
I ain't worried. I ain't going nowhere. I'm telling you right now, I'm not playing this industry game.
And let's not forget this video of Diddy spanking Jay-Z's cheeks on stage, almost as if he was signaling out to him that he was gonna be getting a taste after the show. And Jason also claimed that Chris Brown was at them freak-off parties. And he didn't lie about that too, because there's actually photos of Chris and a bunch of other celebrities at one of those infamous all-white parties that Diddy likes to throw. And the reason why we know it was a freak-off party was because there was actually photos of some of these rappers touching on the bodies of the escorts at this party and straight off freaking off with them. Jason also mentioned seeing Usher and Justin Bieber at those parties. And this was true too, because there's been a whole lot of rumors going around for a while that Diddy touched Justin Bieber and Usher inappropriately under the guise of mentorship. At the time, Diddy had this mentorship camp called the Diddy Flavor Camp, where he basically gathers up a bunch of teenage talents and mentors them into being superstars. However, it turns out mentorship was not the only thing happening there, because he would throw these huge freak-off parties and force teenagers who were there for mentorship to join in. In fact, Usher himself confirmed this when he was asked if he would send his kids to one of Diddy's mentorships. He wasted no time saying no.
Moved to New York City, and I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you over to something called Puffy Flavor Camp.
There you go.
To learn
Flavor Camp.
Yeah,
Flavor
that's
Camp.
what it was called. And you're going to go to Puff Daddy's. He's going
In the 90s. Do you understand what that's like?
Puffy's place was like just filled with chicks and orgying like nonstop.
I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you seeing?
I went there to see the lifestyle.
Right.
And I saw it. And it was but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild.
And your
Jodeci,
parents were
Mary
okay?
J. Blige, they didn't know nothing about this.
Oh.
I was having a good time, you know what I mean?
Does he have you doing any chores? Are you doing dishes at all? I mean, to keep you humble somewhat? Or are you just like, can you stay up till 4 in the morning with them and party?
I mean, I could. I actually stayed up longer than them.
Did you ever send your kid to Puffy camp?
Hell no.
Now, when it comes to Justin, he wasn't actually in for Diddy's flavor camp, but Diddy still somehow managed to become his friend by showering him with expensive gifts, including a red Ferrari that he promised to give him on his 16th birthday and a mansion for his 18th. In fact, there's currently a video going around where Diddy said Justin was gonna be with him for 48 hours, but he wouldn't disclose what exactly they was gonna be doing in them 2 days.
As soon as you turn 16, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna let you rock this every time you come to LA. Yeah, this will be yours. So every time you come to LA, it's a little dusty, but you know, come get the front shot of this.
Man.
Minute.
Woo. Okay.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna be driving this next year.
Yeah, when you get 16, you come down there, you gotta, you know, wear your seat.
I mean, I'm 15. You could ride in the passenger seat. I got my permit. Not yet.
No.
All right, 16.
You're not ready.
16.
Let's slow down. Let's slow down, Justin.
Okay.
Let's slow down. Okay.
One step at a time.
But yeah, the keys is yours when you know, when you get 16. You're good to go.
I'm good to go.
Yeah.
All right, man.
And then when you get 18, you get the house. You get the mansion.
Okay. I get the mansion.
Yeah.
So where are we off to now?
Where would you like to go?
I mean, wherever you want to go. Where are we going?
So check this out, yo. Justin, you ever seen the movie 48 Hours? Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy. They're having the times of their lives, like, you know, where we hanging out and what we doing. We can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream. You know, I have been given custody of him.
Ooh, child. Of course, none of these gifts came for free, and Justin later had to pay for it with his innocence and them freak-offs. In fact, after Justin spent them 48 hours with Diddy, he was so traumatized that he never hung out with Diddy again. And there's a video interview of Diddy asking Justin why he never returned after them 48 hours. Just take a look at this, y'all.
You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, I mean, you try to get in contact with me, you know, through all my, partners and whatnot. Mm-hmm. But you never really got my number, so.
Right. Okay.
My number?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you my number.
Yeah.
I mean, do y'all remember the video that went viral of Justin panicking after he was caught? When he went down on Odell at a party while Trey Songz stood in the way to be lookout. He even had what looked like Odell's D fluid on his lips.
And then I think about that really disturbing footage of Bieber, Odell Beckham, and Trey Songz.
Yes.
Like, and Trey's like literally sitting there playing lookout.
Playing lookout as Justin Bieber goes down on Odell.
The boy came up with his mouth wet.
Mouth wet?
What?
Dribbling. Now what they're gonna try to say is, no, Justin Bieber was just doing a line of coke. No, he didn't mess with his nose when he came up.
He was doing a line of coke with his mouth.
He wiped his mouth. When you do
his mouth was wet.
You do this when you finish your line.
His
you wipe your mouth when you
wet. The post-nasal drip, that was seminal fluid.
It was Odell there.
And then there's Travis Scott, who Jason also claimed he saw at Diddy's freak-offs. Once again, there's gotta be some truth to this, because after Diddy was arrested, there was a video going viral of Travis running away from Diddy after Diddy said something about them linking up later that day to do something private.
Boy, what's up? You ready? You ready? You ready? Yeah. Hey, yo, everybody, my baby bro, we here. Tomorrow it's time. It's time. What you gonna do to that thing, man? Yeah, they better tune in. They better tune in. Let's go. Let's go. My brother Travis Scott. It's a love fest here. We're walking in.
As usual, people had their own thoughts about this. Like this person who said, I think Jason Lee is more on the safe zone now that the cops and everyone is investigating him. So this is the time for someone that really knows the truth to spill it. And it's Jason. May God help Jason get the madman locked up for good and be safe for life for helping get rid of this demon. God bless. Amen. Another person said, Jason, don't end up losing your life. These people aren't worthy of your time. I have found you to be truthful. Please let this go. The truth will come out without you losing your life. But now I want to know your thoughts. What do y'all think of Jason Lee exposing all these celebrities? And do y'all think Diddy had all of them oiled up with that Johnson & Johnson in his house? Y'all been knew what to do. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And don't forget to click here to watch this other very messy video.